Search results do not indicate that a video of the 2008 arrest or incident was released publicly. Yeah, I bet it wasn't. The results show that while the police reports exist, there is no mention of a publicly accessible dashcam or bodycam video for the specific incident. Why not? And then I put underneath, wow, he should be removed immediately. If that is true, and they've wiped the bodycam and they've wiped the report, well, it says the report's there, then that is shameful. Why is the district attorney drinking and driving? Is what I want to know. It's not a good look, is it? Welcome back, everyone. I hope you're all well. Today we're gonna have a little update. I sent an email to the Colorado Bureau of Investigation. I had a list of 20 questions that I wasn't sure about on the Chris Watts case, so I wanted to see if somebody would answer my questions. And I had an answer back, but it's not the one I wanted. So then I get an email back off Rob Lowe. Hi Paddy, sorry, but the CBI is not doing any interviews or responding to any more questions on the Chris Watts case. We would refer you to the court files, thanks. Well, I've read the court files over and over and over, and I can't find the answers to the 20 questions that I've got. I'm sure, it would only take 5 minutes to answer the questions via email. But anyway, that's fine. So, in the meantime, whilst I'm sending these emails, I get a comment in my comment section on YouTube from one of my members. So while I was back into those emails trying to get some questions answered, so basically I wanted the police to answer some questions, or Tammy to answer some questions. So there's a lot of things that get said in the comment section that are just fact. So I wanted to be able to have some questions answered, so I knew whether or not some things were true, and I've got this list of 20 questions that I'm not sure of. And whilst I was doing all that, someone sent me something quite interesting. Our Mr. Michael Rourke, the top man, the big cheese, the head honcho, apparently, allegedly, was done for DUI, which is not a good look if you're supposed to be the district attorney. You're supposed to be the district attorney, not the district attorney. Anyway, I thought I'll dive into this and have a look. So it does seem as if he was involved in being pulled over, but he wasn't over the limit, it looks like. So I was sent this. You are not going to believe what I found. Michael Rourke, DWAI, 2008 video based on search results. Michael Rourke, the Weld County, Colorado District Attorney, pleaded guilty to driving while ability impaired in 2008 following May the 1st, 2008 arrest. Search results do not indicate that a video of the 2008 arrest or incident was released publicly. Yeah, I bet it wasn't. The results show that while the police reports exist, there is no mention of a publicly accessible dashcam or bodycam video for the specific incident. Why not? And then I put underneath, wow, he should be removed immediately. Now, if that is true, and they've wiped the bodycam and they've wiped the report, well, it says the report's there, then that is shameful. Even if he was under the limit, he shouldn't have any alcohol if he's the district attorney. So I thought I'd look into this a little bit more, because I thought, anybody could say that. Anybody could fake anything these days, and anybody could say things. So I thought I'll look into it a little bit more. So next, I've done what everyone does. The next best thing, I Googled it. Now, when I Googled it, it wouldn't come up on my phone. Someone else Googled this. I don't know how they got it up, but it wouldn't come up on my phone through Google. Rourke was pulled over for speeding on the I-25 in Larimer County by the Colorado State Patrol. A breathalyzer test revealed a blood alcohol content BAC of 0.07, which was just below the legal limit for DUI, 0.8 at the time, but resulted in a DWAI charge. Sentence: he received a deferred sentence, was placed on supervised probation, was required to complete 24 hours of public service and pay an alcohol evaluation fee. Career impact: he was suspended for 30 days without pay. Why is the district attorney drinking and driving, is what I want to know. It's not a good look, is it? So I went a step further and I emailed them. At the time, this Rob from Colorado was in communications with me, so I thought, oh, do you know what? I'll just ask him. So I asked him, can you tell me if the following is true before I report on it? Thanks. Was he found to be over the drink drive limit in 2008? Attached, and I attached the article, okay? What do you think his reply was? I have no idea, Paddy. The CBI doesn't arrest people for DUIs. Well, that wasn't my question. You'd have to reach out to the arresting agency wherever the incident took place in 2008 and whoever prosecuted the case, so the district attorney's office that would have jurisdiction, or to look up a DUI arrest in Colorado, use the Colorado Bureau of Investigation, blah, 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 yeah? So basically, I need to ask the district attorney to see if the district attorney was arrested. I didn't ask that question either. So, do you think these are just covering this up and they just want to answer? I know the CBI doesn't arrest people for DUIs, but I think they would know. I think this guy would know if the district attorney of Weld County had been arrested for DUI. I think the whole law enforcement of the whole place, of the whole town, of the whole county would know if the district attorney had been arrested for DUI. So, Rob, thanks for your email, but I don't believe you. Now, I've also heard that he wasn't the district attorney at the time. He was assistant district attorney. Well, he shouldn't have been drinking and driving, should he? If you're a police officer, it shouldn't even enter your head. I can't really talk on the matter because I was very, very stupid when I was about 19 or 18 years old and I got caught drunk driving. I'll be honest. But I'm not making excuses. I was very stupid. I didn't realise the outcome that it could have drunk driving at the time. And it's a very stupid thing to do. When you've got the district attorney that's just under the legal limit, isn't that sending a bad message? If he'll skirt by the rules, or he'll just pass on the seat of his pants, just about pass, then what else is going on? So I thought I'd give you a quick update. So they won't answer my emails. Well, they'll answer my emails, but they won't answer my questions. So sorry about that, guys. I tried. I am now going to show you some reports that I found on the matter, okay? I had to dig these up, and I had to really, really look for these articles, as you can imagine. These were buried. Weld County Assistant District Attorney pled guilty this week in Latimer County Court, driving while ability impaired. Michael Rourke is now suspended in probation. He must complete 24 hours of public service within 120 days and pay $200 for an alcohol evaluation fee, said Linda Jensen, executive assistant with the Latimer District Attorney's Office. I'd like to know, if you're in Weld County, was this covered up? I mean, he wasn't convicted really, was he? I mean, he was under the limit, but it doesn't look good if you're the district attorney or the assistant district attorney. But saying that, cops cover them for themselves, don't they? I've seen cases where a cop has shot another person, murdered another person, and basically got away with it, and they've covered for themselves. So a little DUI isn't going to be a problem for the police to hide, is it? Allegedly. I mean, it's in the press, but I'd be interested to see how public this was made at the time. I bet you it wasn't like blasted everywhere, was it? But they weren't shouting at the rooftops from this. The Greeley Tribune. Well, the District Attorney Ken Buck had no comment on the case, saying the office had no part of it. Buck did confirm that Rourke was reinstated to his position as Assistant District Attorney on Wednesday. Rourke had been working for the DA's office, but could not resume his role as assistant until the case was completed, Buck said. On May the 1st, Colorado State Patrol officer pulled Rourke over on Interstate 25 in Latimer County for speeding. Well, fair play to the officer for at least pulling him over. Normally, they just let him go if they're the district attorney. The officer suspected Rourke had been drinking and performed a breathalyzer test that revealed a blood alcohol of 0.07, just below the Colorado legal limit of 0.08. Whoever that trooper is, whoever that state patrol officer is, needs a raise and needs to be promoted. I'll be interested to see if that copper is still with the force after pulling him over, or did he mysteriously quit the force, or was he mysteriously transferred. At the time, Buck suspended Rourke for 30 days without pay, which equaled $10,000. He should have been fired, but he's just under, isn't he? So you can't really fire him. He should have been disciplined, though. Well, he was disciplined, but I mean, it just doesn't look good, does it? And then I came across this, that the breathalyzer machines were being questioned after state regulators were found to have been falsifying inspection documents. What is going on over there? There's been some corruption up there. Former employees of the Colorado Department of Public Health, the agency that inspects and certifies the intoxilizer, 9,000 machines that use statewide, said that lab documents certifying that the blood alcohol content reading of the machines produced is accurate. Seems to be a lot of corruption gone on in Weld County.
Walk into the elected DA's office and sit down and talk about it. I do that more frequently than I thought, and I have no mental health background. Let me be very clear. I am not an expert. I am not Ellie, but I can sit there and at least listen and say, I hear you. I believe you. Let's try to get you hooked up with time off, a walk to the justice's comments earlier this morning, to a healthy outlet to be able to deal with these things and not let an employee slip into denial. One additional step that we have taken here in the office above and beyond the peer support team that I've talked about is that licensed counselor, the former law enforcement officer, emails all of our employees on their anniversary date within the office and encourages them to go sit down with him for 15 minutes, for a half an hour, and just check in with him, to do a mental health check-in, to say, hey, how you doing? How's the job going? What would you like to talk about? I've taken advantage of that, and we've talked about Denver Broncos football, which is a traumatic topic right now.
So anyway, that's the update for you today. I can't get Tammy Lee to answer my emails, but I've had an answer and the update on Michael Rourke, if you didn't know already. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thank you to Destronic for sponsoring today's video. Go and have a look at the Discord, go to the Facebook, go and have a look at the merch. If you want to buy a motorized desk, destronic.co.uk, use code PADDY. Remember, these cases can be emotional and stressful, so most of all, don't have nightmares. I'll be back probably tomorrow with the text messages. We'll go through some text messages. Thank you to the mods. Thank you to the members. Thank you to the mods. Thank you to members. Thank you to you viewers. Go over and subscribe to Paddy 2, Paddy Plus channel as well. Body cams are on there. Thank you guys so much. DWI. Shit. So when I'm hungry now. Dog's staring at me. What are you staring at me for? Why are you staring at me? Because look at the people. Yeah. Here, look. Look at the people. Go and join the Discord as well. There's some lovely people in the Discord and people haven't joined for a while. So in the he's gonna spill that. Move that coffee. No, he's drinking my coffee. You're drinking my coffee. He's drinking my coffee. I need to get a new webcam. There's a lot of things that get sent sort of squash any of the... I get an... So while 1, 2, 3, 4. So then I get an email back off Rob Lowe. I need to choose my words carefully here. It does seem as if he was involved in being pulled over, but he wasn't over the limit, it looks like. So I wanted to be able to have some fucking hell.